Are you keen to reinvent yourself this year? Or at least use the new year as a long overdue excuse to get rid of bad habits or pick up new ones? Yes, it's that time of year again. The time of year when we feel as if we have to turn over a new leaf. The time when we misguidedly imagine that the arrival of a new year will magically provide the catalyst, motivation, and persistence we need to reinvent ourselves. Traditionally, New Year's Day is styled as the ideal time to kick-start a new phase in your life and the time when you must make your all-important New Year's resolution. Unfortunately, the beginning of the year is also one of the worst times to make a major change in your habits because it's often a relatively stressful time, right in the middle of the party and vacation season. Don't set yourself up for failure this year by vowing to make huge changes that will be hard to keep. Instead, follow these steps for successfully making a New Year's resolution you can stick to for good. Before we get onto the video, why not click on the subscribe button, hit the bell icon next to it to get you notified anytime we drop amazing facts you want to know about. Number 1. A little planning ahead goes a long way toward making good habits stick. You have to answer tough questions like, will I have to wake up earlier to go to the gym? Or how am I going to stick to my budget when my friends invite me out for dinner several nights per week? Anticipating challenges and identifying solutions is key to long-term success. Mistakes are bound to happen when you're working on a resolution. In fact, a study from the University of Scranton shows that people who are successful at sticking to their long-term resolutions tend to slip up, defined as the re-emergence of unwanted behavior, at least 14 times. A whopping 71% of individuals said their mistakes actually strengthened their desire to reach their goals. Planning ahead can help you figure out how you'll recover from those mistakes. And that's an important part of preventing a misstep from turning into a permanent failure. To ensure success, you need to research the change you're making and plan ahead so you have the resources available when you need them. Here are a few things you should do to prepare and get all the systems in place ready to make your change. Read up on it, go to the library and get books on the subject. Whether it's quitting smoking, taking up running or yoga or becoming vegan, there are books to help you prepare for it. Or use the internet. If you do enough research, you should even be looking forward to making the change. Plan for success, get everything ready so things will run smoothly. If you're taking up running, make sure you have the trainers, clothes, hat, glasses, iPod loaded with energetic sounds at the ready. Then there can be no excuses. Number 2. While many people worry that lack of confidence will kill their chances of reaching their goals, overconfidence can be even more detrimental. When you're convinced your goal is going to be easy and you conclude you're overqualified for the job, you'll likely find yourself unprepared and ill-equipped to face the reality of the situation. Change is hard. Acknowledge that it's tough to delay gratification and push yourself when you're tired. Saying it's going to be difficult to stay on track doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're being realistic. Recognize that you have weaknesses and that you're going to struggle, and you'll be more emotionally prepared to meet your goal. Number 3. Monitoring your progress is key to creating lasting change. Otherwise, how do you know if you're on target? Simply assessing your improvements on a regular basis can be enough to keep you motivated. For example, a 2015 study published in the Journal of Medical Internet Research found that fitness apps can motivate people to get more exercise. Tracking activity levels can help people overcome perceived barriers to exercise. All those excuses you're tempted to make might go out the window when you're monitoring your progress. So whether you use an app that tracks your spending or how long your runs are, there are many ways you can monitor the steps you're taking. Number 4. Everything you add to your life means you have to give something up. But we often only focus on what we're gaining and forget to look at the things we're leaving behind. Going to the gym 3 nights a week may mean fewer hours with your family or less time to watch your favorite show. Before you sign up for that membership, make sure you're ready to make the trade-off. Similarly, sticking to your budget means less impulse purchases and fewer meals out with friends. How are you going to handle these uncomfortable feelings, or the awkward conversations when you have to say no to things you really want to do? Before you commit to changing your habits, recognize what you will gain from the new habits. And think about what you'll need to give up before you make the change. Simply acknowledging this ahead of time and developing a plan to deal with the change can help remind you that it is worth the price you're going to pay. Number 5. You don't have to make these changes on New Year's Day. That's the conventional wisdom, but if you truly want to make changes, then pick a day when you know you'll be well rested, enthusiastic, and surrounded by positive people. Sometimes picking a date doesn't work. It's better to wait until your whole mind and body are fully ready to take on the challenge. You'll know when the time comes, and on the big day go for it 100%. Make a commitment and write it down on a card. You just need one short phrase you can carry in your wallet. Or keep it in your car, by your bed, and on your bathroom mirror too for an extra dose of positive reinforcement. Your commitment card may say something like, I enjoy a clean, smoke-free life. I stay calm and in control even under times of stress. I'm committed to learning how to run my own business. I meditate daily. On a final note, just because most resolutions fail doesn't mean your resolution can't last. If you're prepared for the reality of the challenge and you're willing to put in the hard work to make it happen, you can make your resolution stick this year.